Welcome to this deep dive into one of the most talked about rumors circulating on social media and YouTube lately, the alleged incident where veteran actor Sam Elliott was supposedly kicked off the set of The View following a fiery confrontation with co-host Joy Behar. If you've been scrolling through your feeds, you've probably seen those sensational headlines screaming about chaos on daytime TV, with claims of heated arguments escalating to the point where security had to intervene and escort the mustache icon out of the studio. But hold on, before we jump to conclusions, let's unpack this step by step and figure out what really went down, or if anything went down at all. First off, let's set the stage by reminding ourselves who these key players are. Sam Elliott, born in 1944 in Sacramento, California, has built a legendary career spanning over 5 decades in Hollywood. He's the gravelly-voiced cowboy archetype, starring in classics like The Big Lebowski, where he narrated as the Stranger, Tombstone as Virgil Earp, and more recently, earning an Oscar nomination for A Star is Born alongside Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. His roles often embody rugged masculinity, traditional values, and a no-nonsense attitude, which has made him a favorite among fans who appreciate straightforward storytelling in films. On the other side, Joy Behar, born in 1942 in Brooklyn, New York, is a comedian, writer, and longtime co-host on The View since its inception in 1997 by Barbara Walters. Known for her sharp wit, liberal viewpoints, and unfiltered opinions on politics, culture, and celebrity gossip, Behar has been involved in numerous on-air debates that have gone viral. The View itself is a staple of ABC's daytime lineup, featuring a panel of women discussing hot topics, interviewing guests, and often sparking controversies that fuel tabloid headlines. Now, the rumor in question claims that during a recent appearance, though no specific date is ever pinned down, Elliott was promoting one of his projects, perhaps his role in the series 1883, a Yellowstone prequel where he played Shea Brennan, a tough Civil War veteran leading a wagon train. According to the viral stories, the conversation started innocently enough but quickly veered into contentious territory when Behar allegedly challenged Elliott on his views about modern Hollywood, diversity, political correctness, or perhaps even broader societal issues like gun control or environmental policies. Given Elliott's public stances, the clash supposedly intensified, with Elliott refusing to back down, leading to raised voices, interruptions from other hosts like Whoopi Goldberg or Sunny Hostin, and ultimately, producers deciding to cut the segment short and remove him from the set. Videos on YouTube, such as one titled "Sam Elliott Kicked Off The View After Heated Clash with Joy Behar" from channels like Beyond Barriers, have racked up views by dramatizing this scenario with scripted dialogues and stock footage, making it seem all too real. 8F2880. But here's where things get interesting. Upon closer inspection, these videos often include disclaimers in their descriptions, admitting there's no verified footage or official statements to back it up. As 21 So, is this just another case of internet sensationalism run amok? Let's explore the origins of this tale. Rumors like this often start on platforms like TikTok or Facebook, where short clips or memes can spread like wildfire. For instance, a TikTok video titled "Drama with Joy Behar, Sam Elliott Kicked Off The View" shows edited snippets implying a confrontation, but again, no actual clip from the show exists. 50 benign 10 fact-checking sites and reliable news outlets, such as PolitiFact or Reuters, have debunked similar false claims involving The View hosts and celebrities, like fabricated quotes attributed to Elliott on political topics. 3 Fact 39. In fact, searching through ABC's official archives or The View's episode guides reveals no record of Sam Elliott ever appearing on the show in recent years, let alone being involved in such a dramatic exit. Elliott has made appearances on other talk shows, like Jimmy Kimmel Live or The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, where he's discussed his work amicably, but The View, not so much. Interestingly, there is a real connection. In the Paramount Plus series Landman, co-starring Billy Bob Thornton, there's a scene where Thornton's character suggests Elliott's character tune into The View, and Elliott later commented in interviews that he found the hosts pretty funny after watching. 747 DBB. This light-hearted reference might have sparked creative imaginations online, twisting it into a conflict narrative. Why do these stories gain traction? In our polarized media landscape, tales pitting a conservative-leaning figure like Elliott, known for criticizing woke elements in films, such as his comments on Power of the Dog, against a progressive panel like The View, appeal to audiences seeking confirmation bias. Elliott once called Jane Campion's Oscar-winning film a piece of shit in a podcast, criticizing its portrayal of the American West, which stirred controversy but was handled through statements, not on-air blow-ups. 13F0E9 Behar, meanwhile, has had real clashes, like with Meghan McCain or guests on political topics, but nothing documented with Elliott. As we dig deeper, it becomes clear this is likely AI-generated content or satire gone viral, similar to false claims about ABC firing Behar and Goldberg, which originated from satire sites. 17E846 The lack of any response from the involved party Elliott's reps, Behar, or ABCA further supports that nothing happened. In conclusion for this segment, while the idea of such a clash makes for entertaining fiction, the reality is far more mundane. No kickoff, no clash, just online noise. Building on that foundation, let's now examine the mechanics of how such rumors propagate in the digital age, using this Sam Elliott and Joy Behar saga as a case study. Social media algorithms are designed to amplify engaging content, and nothing engages like drama, especially when it involves beloved celebrities clashing over hot-button issues. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok thrive on clickbait titles that promise explosive revelations, drawing viewers in with thumbnails of shocked faces or dramatic reenactments. For example, multiple YouTube videos, including one with over 150 views titled "Sam Elliott Kicked Off The View After Explosive On-Air Clash with Joy Behar," full breakdown, use voiceovers and generic B-roll footage to narrate a fictional blow-by-blow account, complete with imagined dialogues where Elliott defends traditional values against Behar's alleged woke agenda. E185F These creators often monetize through ads, so exaggeration pays off, but peel back the layers, and you'll find the content is speculative at best, with phrases like reportedly or witnesses claim thrown into skirt liability. In the dramatized scripts, Elliott is portrayed as the stoic hero standing up to what some call liberal bias, while Behar is cast as the antagonist pushing progressive ideals. This binary framing resonates with divided audiences. Conservatives cheer Elliott's supposed backbone. Liberals decry the misinformation. To understand why Elliott is a frequent target for such fabrications, consider his public persona. He's openly criticized aspects of modern culture. In 2022, he apologized for homophobic remarks about Power of the Dog, but stood by his critique of its Western authenticity. Fact-checkers like Reuters have debunked memes falsely attributing anti-Democrat quotes to him, revealing he supports pro-choice policies, contradicting the conservative archetype some assign him. 5CD659 Behar, conversely, is no stranger to controversy. Her outspokenness on Trump, vaccines, or gun laws has led to real on-air tensions, but always within the show's format. The View has a history of viral moments, like Whoopi Goldberg's suspension over Holocaust comments or clashes with guests like Bill O'Reilly, who walked off in 2010 after a 9/11 debate. Yet, no episode logs show Elliott's involvement. Perhaps the rumor stems from conflating events. Elliott did appear on Good Morning America, but a TikTok falsely claimed a clash there with Michael Strahan, which was also debunked. 7F78 The spread is fueled by echo chambers. Facebook groups share posts like legendary actor walks off the View set, mixing it with unrelated celebrity anecdotes. DF0F7E To combat this, media literacy is key. Always check sources. Official sites like abc.com or IMDb list Elliott's TV appearances, none on The View post 2020. Interviews show him as gracious. In a Yahoo piece, he praised The View after the Landman nod. 9424E6 So, what really happened? Likely, nothing beyond creative content creation. These hoaxes distract from real issues, like Elliott's environmental advocacy or Behar's comedy career, including her books and stand-up. As consumers, we must demand verification, otherwise, fiction becomes fact in the public eye. Moving forward, let's consider the impact on the individuals involved. For Elliott, at 81, Such rumors could affect his legacy, painting him as combative when he's known for professionalism. Behar, 83, might face backlash from fans perceiving her as antagonistic. The show itself risks credibility if associated with unchecked drama. In a broader sense, this highlights the erosion of trust in media, where AI tools can generate convincing deepfakes or scripts overnight. Remember the deepfake Tom Hanks endorsements? Similar tech could be at play here. Ultimately, without concrete evidence like a clip from the episode, this remains in the realm of entertainment, not news. As we wrap this paragraph, reflect on how quickly we believe what aligns with our views, and commit to fact-checking next time. Delving even further, it's worth exploring the cultural and psychological underpinnings that make stories like the Sam Elliott-Joy Behar clash so compelling and persistent. Even in the face of debunking evidence, humans are wired for narratives of conflict. Evolutionary psychology suggests we pay attention to threats or drama as survival mechanisms, which translates to modern media consumption where outrage drives engagement. In this case, the rumor taps into broader societal divides. The perceived clash between traditional American values embodied by Elliott's Western roles in films like Roadhouse or Maska and progressive shifts in entertainment, as championed by shows like The View. Elliott's career highlights include voicing Ben in Up, playing Thunderbolt Ross in Hulk, and starring in The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher, always portraying integrity amid change. Behar's trajectory from teacher to HLN host to The View staple involves championing women's rights and satire, as in her book The Great Gatsby. The fabricated story positions them as archetypes in a culture war, with Elliott defending merit and Behar advocating inclusion, mirroring real debates in Hollywood post-Me Too and diversity initiatives. But since no such episode aired, we can analyze why it feels plausible. The View has had genuine walk-offs, like Rosie O'Donnell's feuds or Elizabeth Hasselbeck's arguments, creating a precedent. Elliott's real opinions, like his disdain for shitty scripts or criticism of award shows, fuel the fantasy. 46C873 online. Forums like Reddit discuss similar hoaxes, noting patterns in clickbait from channels with low subscriber counts pushing unverified content for views. The video we examined admits in its transcription that the debate escalates with audience input. No kicking off occurs, emphasizing dialogue's value ironically undercutting the title's claim. A52C39 This self-contradiction is common in viral media, where hooks draw you in, but fine print reveals the truth. Psychologically, confirmation bias plays a role. Fans of Elliott might share it to own the libs, while detractors use it to criticize conservative icons. The absence of denials from parties involved, celebrities often ignore baseless rumors to avoid amplifying them, as per PR strategies. For instance, Elliott's management debunked a meme quote via Reuters, but not every falsehood gets addressed. 33CO2FABC has refuted similar fakes, like the satirical firing of Behar and Goldberg. 69D10 See What Really Happened, Then, is a testament to misinformation's power in 2026's digital ecosystem, where AI-generated content blurs lines. Tools like ChatGPT can script entire videos, and deepfake tech advances make visuals convincing. Regulators are discussing laws, but for now, vigilance is on us, to counter, cross-reference with sites like Snopes or factcheck.org, which haven't covered this yet but would likely rate it false. Meanwhile, appreciate the real contributions. Elliott's advocacy for veterans via films like We Were Soldiers, Behar's push for literacy through her children's books. If anything positive comes from this, it's sparking conversations about media ethics. As we transition, consider alternative scenarios. Maybe a scripted skit or parody that got misconstrued. No evidence supports that, but it underscores how context matters. In summary, the clash is a mirage, born from boredom or malice, sustained by shares, and debunked by scrutiny. Now, let's pivot to imagining what a real appearance by Sam Elliott on The View might look like, based on his past interviews and the show's format, to contrast with the rumored chaos and highlight why the hoax doesn't hold water. Typically, guests promote projects Elliott could discuss 1883 or upcoming works, sharing anecdotes from sets with Tim McGraw or Faith Hill. The hosts Behar, Goldberg, Hostin, Haynes, Ferry Griffino would probe lightly, perhaps joking about his iconic voice or mustache, which he's maintained since the 70s. Behar might tease about his Western image versus New York vibes, leading to banter, not blow-ups. Real episodes involve laughter, like when Tom Hanks guested, or debates that stay civil. The rumor exaggerates to absurdity, security escorting a guest, rare, as in O'Reilly's walk-off, but voluntary. Elliott, described by co-stars as gentlemanly, wouldn't escalate. His apologies for past comments show humility. 276602 Behar, while feisty, keeps it professional. The viral video's dramatizations include lines like Elliott saying Hollywood's lost its soul or Behar retorting times change, but these are invented. For BFFFB to debunk fully, note the timelines. Rumors surged in late 2025, but no matching episodes aired. Search ABC's site or Hulu for The View clips and nothing. Elliott's schedule includes voice work for Family Guy or potential Yellowstone spin-offs, not talk show tours. This hoax fits a pattern of celebrity fakes, like false deaths or arrests, designed for virality. Impacts include fan confusion. Some might boycott The View, unaware it's untrue. Broader implications: erodes public discourse, as people cite fakes and arguments. Solutions: platforms like YouTube could flag unverified content, as they do with misinformation policies. Users should report. Meanwhile, celebrate real moments. Elliott's Golden Globe wins, Behar's Emmy nods. If the story were true, it'd be major news on CNN or Fox, not just obscure channels. The silence from mainstream media screams hoax. As we near the end, remember, what really happened is zilch, but the lesson is timeless of verify before believing. Continuing our exploration, it's instructive to compare this rumor to other celebrity hoaxes involving The View or similar shows, to see the recurring tactics and why they work so well in fooling the public. For instance, the satirical claim that ABC was firing Behar and Goldberg for toxicity originated from a humor site but spread as fact, prompting official denials. 96D89D Similarly, false memes about Elliott's political views were debunked, showing how his image is co-opted. 3441BB tactics include using real elements like Elliott's Landman reference to The View and twisting them. 7147DF creators add witness accounts or insider sources, but never name them. Videos employ stock images, voice modulation, and fast cuts to mimic authenticity. Why effective? Short attention spans. People watch 30 seconds and share without finishing. Psychological hooks like Schadenfreude Udia enjoying celebs downfall. Play-in. For Elliott fans, it's heroic. For critics, vindicating. But harm is real. Reputational damage, wasted time debunking. Elliott's career, from Butch Cassidy bit parts to the hero leads, deserves better. Behar's advocacy, like on LGBTQ+ rights, to fight back. Educate on red flags, no dates, no clips, sensational language. Use tools like Google reverse image search on thumbnails. In 2026, with rampant, watermarking real content could help. Ultimately, what really happened here is a microcosm of InfoWars, a rumor versus reality, with reality winning if we seek it. Finally, wrapping up this comprehensive look at the Sam Elliott The View rumor, let's reflect on the bigger picture and what it teaches us about consuming media in an era of endless content. While no clash occurred, the story's persistence underscores our collective craving for drama amid mundane news cycles. Elliott continues his work, perhaps in new westerns, embodying resilience. Behar hosts on, sparking real discussions. The View thrives on controversy, but manufactured ones dilute the brand. For viewers, the takeaway: skepticism is your ally. Cross-check with multiple sources. Favor established outlets over viral vids. If it sounds too juicy, it probably is. In the end, what really happened? A big fat nothing, but the journey to that truth reveals much about us. Thanks for joining. Subscribe for more debunkings.